What in the hell is going on, everyone? Welcome to College Football 26. And if you're wondering why I got a little twang in my voice, it is because we are leaving the WKU Dynasty in College Football 25. We will be returning to the series at some point, but it is a new year, a new era, and a new team for head coach Stevie Balls. We are going to the American Conference to be the new head coach of the North Texas Mean Green. Now, I was a motivator last year. This year, I'm going to be a tactician. Apparently, whatever role you pick is more important this year. I just wanted to mix it up. As usual, we are playing on Heisman, of course. Other than that, we're going to do 9 minutes accelerated clock. Same thing I did last year. Everything else is pretty much going to be what the default setting is. Half the shit I didn't even really read, low key. The one thing that caught my attention, though, was auto progression players is on. I thought about keeping it on, but I am going to turn it off and just see how the manual progression is. I did watch Bordeaux's video. I am just going to show y'all a quick little scene of some of the coaching customization options that you have, and I'll show y'all what I picked out for head coach Stevie Balls. He does look a little bit different this year. I will say the clothing options are cool, but the head presets are still pretty basic. I can't lie. But I was watching Bordeaux's little Dynasty breakdown, and it does look like the player progression is kind of a little OP like the manual one. So I may just do it for my skill position players and then auto progress the rest. I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly yet, but we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Head coach Stevie Balls is back, and this is the uni we are rocking. I may put on the suit and tie for playoff games, but for now, we're going to go with the nice little sleeves rolled up little jacket with our khaki shorts, that little Texas weather, getting our little tan on, and it is officially time to sign our 3-year contract with North Texas, alma mater, Western Kentucky, of course. Level 1 head coach Stevie Balls, a tactician, and looking at the previous years of North Texas, a whole lot of negative seasons, which is obviously something head coach Stevie Balls is looking to turn around at this program. Looking at the main menu screen, I like this. This is clean. We got the coach. It looks crispy and new. And I don't know if you guys peeped, but with me pre-ordering the game, I do get 3 days early access, and I get 100 points to spend on my coach tactician tree. You can see right there, we spend it on our skill position players, QBs, running backs, wide receivers, and then a little sprinkle on our offensive linemen. And taking a look at our team grades here to start, pretty bad. Other than conference prestige with the American at a B-, everything is either a C or below. We're a 2-star program, so that's something we got to upgrade. Taking a look at the first year schedule here, at a conference, we have an FCS opponent, Western Michigan, Washington State, and South Alabama. Army, USF, UTSA, Charlotte, Navy, UAB, Rice, and Temple is our in-conference competition. And you guys know the rules. I don't change the schedule for the real-life team, as this is going to be North Texas's schedule in real life. Obviously, I'm going to customize it in future years, but if we had a really hard schedule, I was going to write it out. I think we got pretty lucky. Now, obviously, you can pause the video if you want to take a look at the top 25 in college football right now. Texas, Penn State, and Ohio State are going to be your top 3. And here's an early look at your Heisman candidates: Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Love, Jordan Tyson, and Garrett Nussmeier coming in as your top 5. Let's meet the North Texas Mean Green. Taking a look at all of our quarterbacks here, we got senior quarterback Reese Poffenbarger is going to be our starter this year. Isn't the fastest, but we only have one scrambler QB, who is our freshman Chris Jimerson Jr. Looking at his accuracies, though, I can't make him the starter. 71 short accuracy, 71 medium. Poffenbarger, on the other hand, has pretty solid accuracies, and he's the senior, so he's going to get the start. Shaddai Clayton Johnson is an 80 overall with good speed at our starting running back, also a senior, probably going to be our star offensive player. Receivers, I did adjust around a little bit. Our number 1 receiver was a senior who was like 5'6" and didn't have the best speed, so I moved him to wide receiver 4. But we got Sides, we got Dalton Carnes, and we got Coleman, who are our top 3, all with pretty solid speed, either 90 or close and above. And then we've got a tight end with 81 speed, 80 excel, 79 agility. I can't be mad at that with Trey Williams III. That's a cool ass name. 72 overall squad, 75 overall left tackle, 78 overall left guard. Gabe Blair is tied for our highest overall player. That's our senior center at an 83. Ugana Nana, 71 overall right guard, and then Larry Moore. So obviously our right side of the line is going to be weaker, and then defensively we are stronger than our offense, but still pretty middle of the pack. We're a low 70 school, and something I've noticed about this game in comparison to last game is the overalls are drastically different. Like if you're a bad school, you're going to be in the 50s. If you're a mid school, generous to be in the 80s. You're more than likely going to be in the 70s. And then obviously your top of the schools are going to be in the 90s. Your Big 12, your ACC are going to be like mid to high 80s. It just depends. We've got a 73 overall kicker, not super ideal, but could be worse. He's got 87 kick power. I can definitely work with that. And then looking at our kick and punt return game, that's a whole lot of speed. That I can work with. Dalton Carnes, one of our starters. And punt returner is going to be Landon Sides, who I went ahead and made our wide receiver 1. I just wanted to show this real quick. There is Gabe Blair. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with his face. Something I've noticed with this game is they make so many players in like the menu screen just so big and like bobblehead like for no reason. But getting into our recruiting, I wanted to show some light to that little tab up top where it actually shows you your team needs instead of having to go back and forth between them, which I really like. But real quick, I just wanted to go ahead and highlight my favorites for y'all that I'm really going to try and land. We got a 4-star tight end who we don't even necessarily need, but y'all know I love a good tight end. He's close to North Texas. We got a gym receiver in Alex Marler, 89 speed, 90 excel. We got a gym Adrian Santos guard who I'd really like to bring in. But up to this point, we have Sony Tuhalakamaha. I just wanted him because of his speed. He is quote-unquote a bust in the gym category, but I still want him. But we have offered 33 scholarships up to this point. 1 4-star, a whole lot of 3 stars, a couple 2 stars, and then 3 1-stars to round out our recruiting class so far. We would advance, get through our little bye or week 0. I think it's a bye week and then week 0. You start in like the off season. I did go ahead and add on another athlete. This is a receiving running back, Frederick, who has really good stats. I went ahead and threw him in my favorites for the prospects as well. Another guy to keep an eye on. And something else that I really appreciate is scheduling visits is going to be a lot easier this year if you're scheduling for guys that are close to your campus. It's only going to cost me 10 hours to get Bobby Frederick on a visit. But with all that shenanigans, it is finally time to get into our first matchup. The North Texas Mean Green. We get a cupcake opponent at home in the FCS Midwest Rebels. We got some cool new FCS teams this time around in College Football 26. But let me tell you, this is the head coaching debut for Stevie Balls. We do not take any opponent lightly. We play every game like it is the last game. Our first FCS game last year with WKU, we lost in overtime. I will not lose in this game against the Midwest Rebels. This is the home opener of College Football 26, the first ever Dynasty game of the new YouTube series. Are you hype, ladies and gentlemen? College Football 26 is here. Let's get it underway. We got a rainy night game at home. That kick return's going nowhere, tackled at the 15. And there's head coach Stevie Balls, khaki shorts on. And here comes DJ Dillsworth, senior quarterback who's got some mobility. We got to keep an eye on his scrambling ability. And a new stadium pulse meter here. They're going to start out. That's a nice little out to the tight end there, and that is a quick first down reception for the Midwest Rebels. We are playing on Heisman, so we can't take any opponent lightly here. Dillsworth 1 for 1 to start the day. Here comes the run game, and that's a nice hit there from Evan Jackson. Great tackle there. 3rd and 8. Can we get them off the field just as quickly as this game started? About a minute into the game now. Dillsworth looking to take off. He's got blocks, and DJ Dillsworth is going to get a 13-yard scramble for the first down, or the second first down for this Midwest Rebel team. They're going to keep it going with the run game. Unnecessary spin move. That gets them a solid gain there. And Chase Canada is shaking up on that one. 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, we're sending the pressure here. Stevie Ball is looking to make a statement. They keep it with the run game. That's going to be enough forward progress to get them the first down. Right at the 50-yard line, right at midfield, right on our logo, as a matter of fact. Play action here for Dillsworth. Has time, looking to scramble out again. And like I said, we got to watch this damn dude because he's got 20 yards rushing, and that seems to be their main form of their offense so far, is just running the ball. The RB gets caught up there. That's going to be Jasper Bracey, who gets tackled ahead for another first down. Defense looking a little shaky to start here at home. Play action for Dillsworth. Looking to take off again. He sees the pressure, gets rid of it. That's going to be a gain of 5. 4 first downs so far. And the Midwest Rebels do not look shook here on the road so far. Jet touch pass. He has nowhere to go. He's getting bottled up. That's going to be a nice containment from the defense there, bringing up another 3rd down. It's 3rd and 5 here. Can we make a stand at midfield? North Texas defense is going to find the way into the backfield. There is Fafehi Vaylor II. I'm still taking time to get to know these players' names, but that was a very good sack, forcing them out of field goal range. And here comes the North Texas offense for the first time in this dynasty. At home, in our opener, in our debut. Senior night, senior season for Poffenbarger and for Clayton Johnson. Here we go. Starting off with an inside zone. Here is Clayton Johnson, number 2. That's going to be a solid gain of 8 to get the game going on the ground. I do think for this first season, I like Poffenbarger's accuracies, but I do think we are going to be more of a run-dominant team. But I want to see what everyone can do, especially against a weaker opponent like this. That's going to be Dalton. I'll remember his last name. That's Dalton right there. That's going to be our first down. 2nd and 7. Here comes the screen. Here is Clayton Johnson. He's got some blockers. Clayton Johnson with a solid juke. That's going to be another first down for the Mean Green. 1st and 10. Less than 3 minutes left in the first quarter. 2 backs in the backfield. That's going to be another successful drag. There's going to be Sides, our number 1 receiver, and Poffenbarger, 34 yards on the day to start. 1st and 10. From the shotgun. Play action. The D lineman falls for it, swings out to the RB2. That's going to be a very nice gain out of the backfield there. Poffenbarger off to a solid start on the day. Going with a little speed option here. Can we get Clayton Johnson into open space? They fall for it. That's going to be a wide open first down. That's an easy run. And this North Texas offense is moving and grooving. We look smooth right now. Going with a fullback design concept here. The blocks are beautiful. Chopping them feet. And there is the first touchdown of the North Texas Mean Green Dynasty. That is Kiefer Sibley, I don't know, number 21. I believe he is our starting fullback. No rain, no matter. Chopping them feet. And North Texas is going to go up 7-0. Let's see if this momentum can get carried by our defense. Read option, not going much anywhere. 4-yard gain there for Dillsworth. From the shotgun, here is DJ again. Plenty of time looking to take off. Throws up a prayer, and it gets knocked away from the defensive back. Great defensive play there. That was almost an incredible highlight from the Midwest Rebels. Here is punt number 2 of the day, and as you guys can tell, this Midwest punter is not the most talented. He's a little boo-boo, so we're starting this next drive almost up to midfield, and you're seeing those abilities flash, another feature that I really like. Here's Poffenbarger again on the drag. That is another first down. That's one of our kick returners right there with a first down. Running clock, probably the last play before the fourth quarter ends, and that's going to be an open lane. A very good run there for Clayton Johnson. A very dominant start in the running and passing game, and I like this little first quarter ending animation. That is very solid to see. So far, we're dominating on all fronts, averaging 12 yards a play. We don't have a single third down conversion, but I don't think we've needed one. Tee-hee. 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter. Here's Poffenbarger. Gonna keep it going with the run game. Here's Clayton Johnson again. Bottled up there after a gain of 5. He's averaging 10 yards a carry. Get a load of this kid. From the shotgun, read option. Got to keep feeding the senior. He is hungry. Another first down on the play. Very efficient running here. Why not get him a screen right now? From the shotgun, he runs out. He's got blockers. Here comes Clayton Johnson. He gets tackled. No, he doesn't. He's going to fight. He's going to fight for every inch. The lights are turning out. Are you kidding me? Turn me up. No one can take this kid down. Oh my goodness. Touchdown number 2 for the Mean Green, and the first touchdown of Shaddai Clayton Johnson's senior season. If there's any North Texas fans who know how to say his name, I might be saying it wrong. Just let me know in the comments below. Out comes the Midwest Rebels again. That's a solid 7-yard gain to get them going. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2 here. From the shotgun, looking to keep it going with the run game. No, it's a fake, and that was low-key a dime over the top. That's going to be the 3rd catch of the day for Meadors. 1st and 10. They're going to go a little audible here. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. DJ Dillingham not having a terrible game, but that's going to be bottled up in the backfield for a loss of 2. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. 2nd and 12 here. DJ, that's going to be a quick strike over the middle. Tackled ahead, but carrying defenders with him. That's a 9-yard gain there. And it brings up another 3rd down. 3rd and 3 here from midfield. The North Texas Mean Green has seemed to figure out this team a little bit. Let's see if we can keep that going. As a read option, DJ's going to keep it again. He's tackled short. 4th and 3. And they are going to go for it here. This AI is actually playing pretty smart in comparison to last season. That would have been a punt in every single game. Even the national championship, that would have been a punt. And that is going to be a converted 4th down. I like that. The AI is competitive. They know they're down early big, and they're not going to be able to afford to punt again there. And there we go. Breaking away. I'm getting too cocky. That is a huge run for Jasper Bracey. And this is 1st and goal. Sending an all-out blitz. North Texas caught lacking here. That is going to be a quick dish to the outside, and the tight end's got the first touchdown for the Midwest Rebels. 14-7 is going to be your new score. But as I was saying, that would have never happened in Madden or in any college football game. A 4th and 3 at midfield, that's a punt every time. But I like how the CPU is taking a calculated risk there. And here's a really nice return from the return specialist who had that drag converted earlier. Now we're feeling the pressure a little bit. Only up a touchdown. We do receive to start the second half, but I want to keep piling on this lead. From the shotgun, there's another drag, and he dropped it! What in the hell was that? That's the first incompletion for Poffenbarger, and it's not even his fault. 3rd and 7 here. Big play right now. Feeling the pressure. Barely gets rid of it, and the receiver hangs on. Thank goodness. That's just enough for Marcus Coleman to get the first down. 1st and 10. First half coming near an end here. 4:13 left in the first half. Poffenbarger, he's going to take off now, showing off the 79 speed. Gets the first down and does the wise thing, getting down, does not get hit there. 1st and 10, 3:43 left in the first half. Got to get back to our roots in the running game. Clayton Johnson going to follow his blocks, fall out in the hole, bringing up a 2nd and 2 here. 3 minutes left in the first half. Making some audibles at the line. Poffenbarger taking full command of this offense right now. Head coach Stevie Balls is letting him. That's going to be a drag, and there goes Carnes. Carnes has got the speed. Carnes is going to find his way. A drag converted into a 35-yard touchdown. And just like that, it looked like we were going to punt, only up 7. Dalton Carnes with a huge play is going to convert that into a touchdown. North Texas is back up 21-7. 2:50 left in the first half. DJ's going to take off again. He has been scrambling all day, and that is another 10-plus yard run for him. They know if they want to stay competitive in this game, they need points, and they need them quick. 2nd and 11 from the shotgun. That's going to be a quick screen out to the running back. We are all over it. You're not going anywhere, pal. Loss of 2. That's Davion Armstead in the backfield. 3rd and 12 from the shotgun. Here comes the snap. DJ. They're going to fake the run. That's a wide receiver screen, and that's predictable. That's not going anywhere. Timeout, North Texas. We got 2 left and less than 2 minutes to go get even more points in this first half. We got Boo Boo Buns out there kicking again. That goes maybe 30 yards. Here is Sides, our wide receiver 1. That's going to be an okay return. He broke a tackle, but I mean, it don't matter. We're at midfield. 2nd and 6. Running clock. Poffenbarger trying to get them close to field goal range, if not a touchdown here. Taking his time. There is Carnes again, making a lot of plays, starting to come alive in this game. Number 11, Dalton Carnes. I told you I'd remember his name. 1st and 10. Here comes the read option, missing the tackle. Clayton Johnson, the ball is on the ground, and North Texas recovers. That was a great run turned fumble. Luckily, we had the heads-up play to grab it. Clock is still running. There's another drag over in the middle there, and an FCS player is going to go down, giving us a free timeout here. We would end up wasting our last one with 9 seconds left here in the first half. We have 1 shot at the end zone. Let's not waste it. From the shotgun, Poffenbarger doesn't see anyone open, going to throw this one away. And now we get to attempt our first field goal kick of college football 26. These were iffy in college football 25. Let's see how this one goes. That's good accuracy. Cha-ching! We are going into halftime with a 24-7 lead. Obviously, it's an FCS school. Can't be too excited, but I am glad we're not struggling by any means. Shaddai Clayton Johnson, averaging 8 yards a carry, absolutely going berserk. This doesn't even include his receiving stats on the game. Player spotlight, the senior, but everyone I feel like is playing pretty damn good so far. 1st and 10 from the shotgun, start of the second half. North Texas is going to be the receiving team, and that is going to be a sack on Poffenbarger. And here is 3rd and 20. Maybe some early momentum in the second half. No, that's going to be a dime. Best pass of the day for Poffenbarger. He's got 2 touchdowns, and that's going to be Dalton Carnes again, making sure I remember his name on the reel. Oh my goodness, do we have the deep ball in us? The return specialist not able to get there, but it's good to know that we have receivers that can break away. And Poffenbarger, low-key just overthrew him just a tiny bit. That's a really good run there for Clayton Johnson, who's just freaking ridiculous, man. But that was a good ball. That could have been caught. 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Poffenbarger again, going to hit Clayton Johnson. Him and Dalton Carnes are absolutely carrying this offensive unit right now. 1st and 10, up into the red zone. Here comes the snap. Clayton Johnson again. He's got some blockers. He's got Dalton Carnes with the nice block there. He's going to find his way to the outside. It's touchdown number 2 for number 2. Shaddai Clayton Jr. And North Texas is going to go up in this one 31-7. And this is starting to get out of hand for FCS Midwest. Can the defense keep the clampers on here? 3rd and 2. That's going to be another sack for the Mean Green. And North Texas is carrying all sorts of momentum into this 4th quarter. We would get the ball back. We didn't do much with it. We actually did punt for the first time of the day. But looking at this player comparison, oh my goodness. The longest rush does belong to Jasper Bracey, who's not had a bad game. But Shaddai Clayton Jr. is absolutely tearing it up. His wear and tear is starting to activate up a little bit. And we're up 31-7 going into the 4th, so it is time to make some subs. Drew Mestamaker, the freshman, is going to come in and play quarterback. We got sophomore McGill, the second, who's going to come in and play running back. And then we're just going to reorder these receivers a little bit, get some of our bench players some playing time, and make sure none of our starters are getting hurt here in the 4th quarter. Feeling comfortable in this one. Why is Shaddai Clayton Jr. still in the game? I don't know. We are going to throw him the screen here, and we're just going to fall down. 1st down here to start the 4th quarter. As you guys saw, his wear and tear was acting up a bit, but we do have our auto subs, which I low-key completely forgot about. This is going to be more useful when I'm more like aware of my players and who's on my team. I'm kind of just playing this game for the first time, so I'm still kind of clueless, but as you can see, I just subbed out Shaddai Clayton Jr. He deserves it. He's had a great game. 4th and 2. I don't know why I went for this, but we got it. And we got a heck of a lot more. Just wasting the clock, rubbing it in FCS's face. We're better than y'all. That's what it comes down to. 5:40 left in the game. 3rd and 6. That's going to be another big play for Dalton Carnes, who is already probably our top receiver at this point. 3rd and goal. We are trying to get this one in for McGill. He's not going to find it on 3rd and goal. We are just going to settle for 3 here. No need to go for it on 4th and goal. This is going to be the 2nd field goal for our kicker. And we are up 34-7 in this one. It is time to hop in the sim. This one's over, ladies and gentlemen. North Texas in the College Football 26 Dynasty, the Mean Green head coach Stevie Balls at home is going to go 1-0, taking down the Midwest Rebels. Shaddai Clayton Johnson, obviously player of the game. Ridiculous stats. Let's look at these player stats. We had Poffenbarger, only 5 incompletions, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Love to see it. Shaddai Clayton Johnson, 137 yards. He did have the fumble, but a touchdown in the running game. And then McGill had a couple yards off the bench. Dalton Carnes, 8 receptions, a touchdown. Shaddai Clayton Johnson still involved in the passing game, 45 yards and a touchdown. I am so excited for this team. I appreciate you guys for watching. Time to get these episodes pumping out like crazy. College Football 26 is here. Keep your eyes peeled for more episodes. Peace and love. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go Mean Green. Y'all have a blessed day.